Hello, everyone, and welcome to United Way. I'm Terry Westerfield, and today I have guests who are in. They're joining me, and we're going to talk about NOLA Toy Chest, and I'm so excited about this project. First of all, I want to welcome to the program Lanzer Robinson, and Lanzer is the executive director of NTC, or NOLA Toy Chest. How you doing, Lanzer?
Hi, Terry. How are you?
I am doing quite well, and you have brought with you the lovely Chanel Collins, and Chanel is the executive producer of this. Hi, Chanel.
Hi.
Also want to welcome to the program, we have celebrity DJ Mike Swift in the house. Hi, Mike.
Greetings. Good morning.
And also joining us via telephone from the capital city, we have Mr. Devontae Bryant, who is a celebrity promoter and youth mentor. How are you doing, Devontae?
I'm doing fine. Blessed holiday season.
Well, we have one other little guy who's in here visiting. He looks a little shy, but if that mic's working, can you say hello, Anthony? Hello, he's here.
Now, he wasn't that shy when he was in the picture with Jimmy Graham about 2 weeks ago, right, Anthony? High five.
High five. I think everybody gets a big smile on their face when they're with Jimmy Graham.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
What's his number? Number 80.
Number
All right.
he's got.
Go Saints.
Well, I'm glad Anthony's here because I tell you what, tis this season and the holidays are getting into full swing. And what are they for? They're for kids. Thanksgiving leftovers are almost gone, and folks have turned their attention to shopping, decorating, tree stringing with lights. And while this can be a warm and wonderful experience, for those who are less fortunate and struggling to make ends meet, this can also be a time of frustration and worry as families try to find toys and other goodies to stuff the stockings or to place beneath the tree for their children. And this is where NOLA Toy Chest comes in. So, Lanzer, tell us about it.
Well, we're excited about NOLA Toy Chest. 3 years, it was a vision created. I created NOLA Toy Chest to make sure that we give back to our underprivileged families here in New Orleans. Year 2, we underwent our partnership with United Way, and we're excited to work with United Way to make sure that we are impacting our community. NOLA Toy Chest experience allows families that are in need to receive toys ages 0 to 14 for Christmas. So if there's any families out there that have hardship, they can go to nolatoychest.org and register. But we're excited to be in our 3rd year. This year we went through our citywide expansion, and we're growing to Hyatt Regency. We have been so blessed to be at W Hotel for our first 2 years, and this year we're actually growing out and going over to Hyatt Regency. And we're grateful for that expansion.
Well, let's calm down for a second and back it up because you've gone from the W Hotel. This means it's just increased exponentially. So many people are wanting to participate. The kids need these toys.
Yes.
So the Hyatt has these huge ballrooms. How many children have you served in the past, and do you anticipate serving maybe this year?
Yes. Well, year 1, we were fortunate to serve 125 families. Year 2, we served 500 families. And this year, we would expect to serve 1,000. So we're grateful for the numbers that are growing, and we're definitely working hard to facilitate the demand.
Now, when you say 1,000 families, that's not necessarily just one child per one family.
No, some of the families will have upwards of 4 kids. So we want to make sure that they have a great holiday this year by opening up their Christmas gift from Santa on Christmas morning.
Now, I know that one of the things people are listening right now saying, okay, we know that there are families, as we said earlier, who are struggling in this region. But is this toy giveaway, is NOLA Toy Chest, it says NOLA. Is that just New Orleans?
Oh, no. With our partnership with United Way, we cover a 7-parish area. So if you're in our United Way of Southeast Louisiana family, we definitely can offer assistance to you this holiday season.
And that's folks who are listening. We serve 7 parishes in Southeast Louisiana, hence the name. So we're talking Jefferson, Orleans, St. Bernard, and Plaquemines on this side of the lake. And on the North Shore area, we have St. Tammany, Tangipahoa, and Washington parishes. So when you look at that map, it's all around Lake Pontchartrain. And that's a wide swath of land, and there are a number of families in need. So to have a program like this, hats off to you. I mean, this is just wonderful, Lanzer.
Yes, it is. Without the support of many of our corporate supporters, as well as United Way, we could not undertake this large gift-giving module. And this year, we're excited to have a documentary series launching, and it's going to launch the third week in December, right before NOLA Toy Chest. And we have DJ Mike Swift and Devontae Bryant that are actually on the documentary.
Indeed.
So we're so excited to have the star power on the campaign that is going to help us acquire more gifts to give back more. So we are also partnered with Friends of Joe W. Brown Park in New Orleans East. We had our citywide sign-up day this past Saturday, and we're looking forward to a great toy giveaway on December 7th at Joe W. Brown Memorial Field. So in that partnership comes another partnership. We partner with Joe Morgan.
Sure, Joe was here last year.
And his publicist, JT, to give back in the Gentilly area to make sure that we are able to help those families in need there as well.
So we have another saint who's on board.
Yes, we do. We do.
This is going to be a heavenly toy drive, no
Yes,
doubt.
it will. And we're going to have an
Couldn't resist,
overwhelming
Mike.
amount of
I had to go for
support.
it. It was there, took it.
So we have DJ Mike Swift. I have to hear this story, Terry. He has to tell us a snippet of why it's important to give back.
Please,
He
please,
experienced
Mike.
Definitely
something exciting.
important to give back. I had an experience a few years ago. I was finishing DJing at a nightclub, and a guy had to be in his mid-20s, was sitting outside. It was cold and rainy like it is today, and he was sitting outside, had no shoes on. And I had just went shopping earlier that day, and he asked for money. I didn't have any cash on me, but I did have a pair of Chuck Taylors in my van, and just gave it to him. He was incredibly overjoyed at the fact that I gave him a pair of shoes, and it was much needed. It was so cold and rainy the other day. About 9 months later, I was leaving a concert at the House of Blues in the French Quarter at Decatur, and I had somebody run behind me. Hey, man, hey, come, stop. And I'm like, okay. Turned around. It was the same guy I gave the shoes to, and he was saying that moment where I gave him the shoes changed his luck for the entire year.
Transformed him.
Totally transformed me. I got a job. He still had some bad luck, but in whole, everything was going in a better direction for him.
So that one act of kindness.
Yeah, went a long way in his life, and it's something where I buy a pair of Chuck Taylors every month. It's something I always do. Somewhat wasteful, but it just put it in a huge perspective. Seeing someone that was in so much need, and that one pair of shoes, went such a long way in his life for that entire year. So it led for me to team up with NOLA Toy Chest this year to do a shoe giveaway for kids throughout the New Orleans metro area. So definitely a way that, we could definitely give back, and a little bit goes such a long way in everybody's life, man. So don't take anything for granted that we have going on.
And what's our goal this holiday season?
Our goal this holiday season, we've got at least 200 shoes right now.
Wow,
But
200
we want to
is-
shoot for the stars and go for 500 to 1,000 shoes to give away to you throughout the New Orleans metro area.
That is just absolutely amazing. Chanel, go ahead.
I'm very excited about what Mike Swift is doing. You guys can hear me?
Yes.
I said, I'm very excited about what Mike Swift is doing. When he told me and Lanza about his story, I was like, Lanza, we have to partner with him. I think it's an amazing thing for him to be a young talent in a city and to be able to say, you know what? I'm not even selfish to where I'm going to put my needs to the side. I'm going to take my shoes off and give them to a stranger. And that was like something so touching for me. I just wanted to be a part of what he's doing. I wanted to connect with him. So I was like, this Swift for Kicks, this is an amazing organization to create because it's something exciting. It's hip. Kids catch on to it. But also you're helping them. You're teaching them how to be positive, how to help other people at the same time while you're helping them.
Well, to me, it's all about paying it forward, and it sounds like a lot. Come on, it reminds me of one of my favorite all-time Christmas movies or holiday movies, It's a Wonderful Life. What if you had not been there that night to give that man that pair of shoes? I just think about those random acts of kindness that we always talk about and we hear so much about during this holiday season. And it really can set the tone to give someone an opportunity to move up, to move forward, to be at United Way. Always say we're trying to make people independent and self-sufficient. Mm-hmm. Awesome. And so, and this is kind of helping get them on the road. And Lanzer's all excited over here, so we've got
I'm
to go.
excited. I
But
gotta
don't forget we have Devontae on the phone.
But I have to say this. I'm so happy you said financial independency. One thing that we've launched this year with NOLA Toy Chest is financial literacy. We are working hard to educate and empower the citizens in our 7 parish area with United Way on financial literacy. So we worked very hard, us and the leaders at United Way, to put together a financial literacy program that's going to help families save throughout the year. So when they come to NOLA Toy Chest this year, they start their account with $25. And then starting in February, each month going forward, they deposit what they have to save for the end of the year to be able to buy toys for their families. So on Tuesday, November 24th in 2014, they're going to be able to withdraw their savings and go to Black Friday and experience what others are experiencing. And after 2 years of collecting from NOLA Toy Chest, they get to graduate out of our program, and we get to follow up with them with financial literacy to make sure they're on the right track. But after they withdraw, they will have an opportunity to acquire toys from our program for year 2. So we have a max of 2 years with our program, and we're excited about financial literacy because it's going to empower our community to make the best financial decision.
I was going to say, because Lancer, this is just the tip of the iceberg. For some, it will learn, and I'm always surprised by how often I hear on the program that whether it's just a change in lifestyle or culture, or we old fogies, as I say, a lot of kids aren't learning in school. It used to be a part of a curriculum that you learn how to balance a checkbook or write this, or maybe even mom or grandma took you down to open your first savings account. And now a lot of folks don't know how. So this is really going to put people on the road to resiliency.
Definitely.
And I must speak on that. When we did our registration, they have people that actually called me. I said, Lanza, the people are calling to tell us thank you. They have people, the recipients are making phone calls to me directly saying, thank you. I'm coming with $50. I'm coming with $25. This could really change my life. And I love the part that what we're doing with the financial literacy. I think it's a great program. It should be put back in the schools. It really should be, because it can help people manage money. They need to be able to protect themselves from their own spending, So I'm very proud of Lance that he came up with this program, and I just
in
love
partnership
him
with
for
United
it.
Way, we are a team to make a difference.
We
here in
love
the city.
United Way. We appreciate you guys.
I think we all have to partner together. When you're a nonprofit organization, we always talk about leverage, because you have to create relationships. You have to work together in order to get things done. Now, when you're talking about, for instance, just the toy drive, and I don't mean just the toy drive, but this is huge. And as Lanza, you said, you started a couple of years ago, 2 years ago, and it's grown and it's grown. But you have many people within city government and others who are joining forces and encouraging you. You've mentioned Jimmy Graham as well. But let's talk about, you've got these celebrities. We've got Mike Swift. Devontae, you're there. Hello. I want you to talk a little bit about everything, too, and how you got involved, because this is obviously something important to you as well.
Yes, it really is. I still believe in family. Family is like the law of gravity to me. And believe it or not, I still believe in Santa Claus. I'm not saying a man. I'm just talking about the principle.
We all do.
Giving back to the community. I really believe in giving back to the community. That's why when Lance and Chanel gave me the opportunity, I was extremely honored, to join NOLA Toy Chest and United Way this year. Because when I was young, I was underprivileged, single-parent household, one of the oldest. So we used to go to the Superdome every winter to get my toys. That's why I had to get my toys from. That was from the Superdome. And I really enjoyed that, the whole fact about, just the Superdome putting it together so we could come over and get those toys. And that was like a light shine on me every Christmas. I look forward to that every year. So when Lanza said that they was doing this and giving back to the community, I'm 110 speed for it, me.
Devontae, let me ask you this. We're talking about those toy giveaways that used to happen. If they had not existed, how would you have celebrated Christmas? Would you have had any toys? Would your brothers or sisters?
I would have had toys. It just wouldn't have been to that magnitude. I probably would have had something from, hand down a Sears Roebuck where my mother worked there. But by me having the opportunity of going to the Superdome every year and standing in that line, I was able to get a bicycle one year when I know my mama wasn't able to buy me a bicycle because she was, like I say, single parent, 3 boys. attending to 3 excellent men. You know, and she worked at Sears Roebuck, so, you know, making $7, $5 an hour wasn't the way, you know, for me.
By having that bicycle, though, boy, I bet it was great that first time you got on and rode, and that independence, that feeling you had.
I still remember that Burgundy 20 Speed that I got from
But
I did everything to it. Raised the handlebars, raised the seats, changed the pedals, the chain, fell, almost scratched all my eye up, everything. I mean, it's on, you name it, I did it on that bike.
But you love that bike.
Yeah, I love that bike. I wish I still had it right now.
Well, let me ask you this, because Lancer or Mike or please, anybody weigh in, because we hear about these good giveaways. Everybody wants to get involved, and it is something that happens around the Christmas holiday season. But we also, I got to ask one tough question today. How do we know that we're reaching the people we need to reach, and there aren't those who are going to be kind of, maybe just kind of wandering around to one after another? Because people often look to, they want to be good stewards of the donor dollar, or in this case, the toys.
Lanza set a system up where they have to sign a contract with us stating they're not going to sign up at every other toy drive. So,
well,
Lanza,
what we did, we put some checks and balances in place to kind of put us in a position where everything is going to be done legally. We at United Way, when we present toy campaigns, we want to make sure that we're touching as many people as we can touch, and we can't have duplicates or triplicates in the system. So we designed NOLAToyChest.org for all families to go in and register. We also have a paper process for families that are not computer literate, and they can get that at the New Orleans East Regional Library, or they can call over to United Way or 311 for info to find out how they can register online. But through the system, it kicks out an additional family if you have submitted several times. So you go to NOLAToyChest.org/registration. You go ahead on and complete the requirements, and you get to digitally sign your name. And when you come to pick up your toys, we hold you accountable for picking up those toys for your set list.
So ID or something must be provided.
ID, and you must be a food stamp recipient to acquire toys, or in a poverty situation from a financial aspect.
But tell me about it, because it's not just coming by to pick up toys. The other part, now wait, everybody who's listening, when you hear this, this takes me back, good old pterodactyl here, the dinosaur.
Yes.
No, I think back. Wait a minute, that yes was a little too enthusiastic.
All right.
Bad Lancer.
I'm gonna calm.
No, but this part I absolutely adore. It reminds me of something that we used to have the opportunity to do as children. So please, somebody talk about this. This is just, I love it.
Well, I think I'm the biggest cheerleader for this, so I'm going to take in. The Wishing Workshop experience, we created it 3 years ago, and we're so excited to be expanding it this year. When we started out, we had Domino's Pizza come online. We had Cupcake Factory, and they're still to this present day helping us out and making sure that all the kids are together. So we are working very hard to make sure that each child comes in and experiences the magical place of Christmas. Outside of the hardship, when going through life in general, we see so many negative things. So our time to escape hardship is that. And that's what they do when they come to the Wishing Workshop experience. They have hot cocoa. They have pictures with Santa. They get to go to different zones.
Domino's,
Popeyes, chicken. We're excited about this, though. Let me tell you this.
Cupcakes.
We're excited about DJ Mike Swift being in the center of it all.
Providing some holiday jams.
Indeed. And we're excited about celebrity promoter Devontae Bryan. He has some special gifts for all the kids, and they're going to be so surprised. We're appreciative of Affiliate Nation giving countlessly in the city of New Orleans.
We have James Covell.
Yes.
James
Mr. Maggie Shillstone. Mr. Morris Bark. Pastor Deborah B. Martin. So many. Michael Smith at Hyatt. Who else, Chanel?
Oh, my God. We just have so many.
No, but this is a great...
Kelly Schultz. We have a ton of people. Morris Bark. That's my uncle, right?
This is great. No, but everybody's come together because they realize, I think it is, that there are so many going on, but this way it's uniform. It's, as you said, checks and balances, a better chance at reaching out to all those who need it with in this 7-parish region.
Yes.
Region rather. So I just think it's amazing. Now I want to stop right here because we're going to go back and we're going to give addresses and times and dates and things again. But you know, Devontae, when you were speaking, that really inspired me to hear about your bicycle. And come on, I want to hear a couple other stories. And Mike, come on, tell me a Christmas you remember. What was one that was really special to you, or one that just you always think about as a kid?
It was getting my first pair of turntables. That was like the biggest Christmas that changed my life completely, because I really, I had the choice of getting the PlayStation 1, showing my age, or the pair of turntables. And I thought to myself at the time, like, what could I, with the PlayStation 1, how would that like invest in my future? And the pair of turntables was something where I could start my business and, be able to, go through and DJ all the sock hops at my middle school, and kind of just changed the whole course of my life. So it was my way of being a self-sufficient, tween to teenager, and teach myself about business. My mother, being a single mother, she sacrificed and helped me get the turntables. And, throughout my high school years, it was like me and my mom shipping around the city to DJ dances in her 1983 Delta 88 Oldsmobile 2-door with speakers like almost out the window with all my vinyl in the back seat and whatnot. So, sitting on my little sister, too, with the vinyl. Yeah, it was crazy. But, yeah, I really appreciate that moment, because that was a huge, change in my life. And I'm glad my mother sacrificed to help me start off a career that's lasted me over like about 20 years now. Yeah.
And that's it. It is from that. It really was that idea that grew. It goes back to the financial stability. It goes back to you can follow a dream, but sometimes you just need a little help getting there. Just that little. So that I like that. All right, you've got to tell me. Come on, you tell me.
Me?
Come on, Chanel.
But do you want me to be honest? Do you want me to get emotional? Lance and me, we so like business all the time.
Come on, there has to be a story when you were a child.
Okay, my story is when I was 5 years old. I come from the Desire Housing Development. That's where I come from. And my grandmother, she was raising 50 grandkids. This is the truth. I'm writing a book about it. 50 grandkids in one household.
Heavens.
Yes. And what she would do is she will always have all of the girls in the kitchen while she's making a gumbo and, baking the pies. And we actually get to watch her. So my gift wasn't really like material things. It was just learning. It was, taking in that wisdom and watching her and her teaching us how to treat people, and how she used to always say, treat people how you want them to treat you. And I grew up that way. So when I meet people and I say, I like you, I love you, I really do, because I grew up with that. I was an innocent kid. I didn't get to see anything negative until I grew up, because my grandmother, she kept us like in church, and I still remember this. At 5 years old, I used to say, Grandma, I'm going to be a superstar. Because she used to always have us watch these little stories. You guys heard of The Young and the Restless and stuff. Their Christmas was really luxury and, like the rich life on TV. But we shared that in that area where I grew up at. We shared that there because you have family around you. You have all of these people who you're related to. We all just happy. You don't have any worries as a kid. So my special Christmas, like I shared in my book that I'm writing, was that moment from my grandmother, Liddy Bell Quinn. R.I.P. to her. I love her. And that's what I try to instill in my family today, and people that I relate to, whether it's from United Way or what me and Lance do, whoever I connect to. It's about instilling knowledge in people. It's about giving them things that they can't buy. And that's what I remember growing up.
I'm sure it just takes the community to give back,
Well, it does. You say, and family isn't always blood. Family is what you make it. Yeah.
Go to NOLAToyChest.org and click donate.
Yes.
Because we have people's lives that we can change just by $5. If you go online, you donate $25, you can change somebody's life. You just don't know. Because going into my Christmas story, I was fortunate to have my parents, like each year we would have like a spectacular gift. My spectacular gift for one year was bikes. And I grew up in a 3-boy household, so we were 1.5 years apart. So we all had bikes, and I was fortunate of it, and that's where my quest comes from, to make sure that we give back. Because when we have and we were provided for as a child, we have to make sure the next one is given back to as well. So that's why I have such an adamant stance on giving back to the community here in New Orleans, because I want to make sure, just as I had, somebody else will as well.
Yes.
Well, let's talk a little bit more about this, because you're saying it is nolatoychest.org. Go on there, donate. You can also sign up.
Yes.
But how much time? I mean, it's hard to believe, but this last month or so is just, and now we're warp speed into the new year. So we need people to do this quickly, because then the toys have to be purchased. I know that
Yes.
some will be donated. We have some sponsors, I believe.
Yes.
But a lot of this is going to be from the goodness of the heart of all of you who are listening today, who want to help out, who may remember their own childhood, that one special gift they received, or maybe unfortunately that one gift they didn't. And they don't
Right.
want another child to be disappointed as they were.
Well, we go forward until December 15th for registrations. We are one of the toy drives here in the city that are a shelter of last resort. So upwards until December 15th, you can register. Now, we do have corporate partners, and we are pleased to have all of the Smoothie Kings in the greater New Orleans area online, all the Popeyes restaurants in the greater New Orleans area online, the Lowe's Hotel, we have Intercontinental, we have Royal St. Charles online. We have
So many people.
the New Orleans Healing Center online. So drop off a
Well,
toy.
a ton of
Go
secret
to
celebrities
Yes,
as well. We
yes.
have A-list celebrities. We can't mention their names,
But they'll be there. Well,
they're
wait a minute.
donating.
We've got to go back, because, all right, we have our celebrities today. We have Mike. We have Devontae. But go back to that other saintly man who is one, what of a football player. Joe Morgan is great, but we're also talking about
Jimmy Graham.
Jimmy
I was in
Graham.
Smoothie King this morning, right? I was doing my final corporate tour, and I had the opportunity to read his card on the counter. So this year, NOLA Toy Chest hit a Gram Slam.
Ooh,
And
I
we
like
were
that. I
able to
like that.
acquire the
Good
support
marketing.
of Jimmy Graham, and he has been an ongoing advocate on giving back here to the city of New Orleans, and he has partnered with us to make sure that we encourage donations, that we encourage gift giving this holiday season. So thank you, Jimmy. Thank you, number 80.
And I love Jimmy Graham.
Number 80.
He has a great personality. I mean, he partnered me out, so I'm excited.
Now, let me ask you, but you've also, as we mentioned earlier, had the support of some big heavy hitter city officials as well.
Yes, Kristen Palmer. Let's back all the way up.
Attorneys too.
Year 2, Kristen Palmer planted her heel to make sure that this program was able to expand. We were in meetings all the way since January at the beginning of this year, even right after the Super Bowl, trying to make sure that we worked and facilitated the expansion plans. Thank God for the city of New Orleans backing us and helping us make sure that we get everything together, because we were able to get everything organized, and that's where our expansion process happened with Hyatt Regency.
Well, folks, I tell you what, we are running short on time, have just about 2 minutes left if we're really fast, but I have to ask this young gentleman, Anthony, what do you want Santa to bring to you?
I want Santa to bring to me is a good life.
A good life.
Oh, that's
All right,
awesome.
now my waterproof mascara is going to start to run. You are such a sweetheart. Come on, Lancer, tell me quickly, what do you want Santa to bring?
I never really. I guess I can. What do I want? I don't know. I never thought about
We
it.
got what we want.
We really do.
Give
My
back
gift
to
is giving
people.
back. I can deal with that. I know that sounds so Grammy.
It's the truth.
I would like to thank but that's what I would like to
Well,
make sure that we
I
can
want
give
to see R.
gifts.
Kelly for Thanksgiving. That's my Christmas gift. Yay!
Now, where is that going to be? Shannon?
That's gonna be a Baton Rouge compound.
Does that have anything to do with Devontae?
now.
No, it doesn't. But that's really what I want.
Michael.
What you got,
Myself, my life is the gift I always wanted. So the most I can do right
Awesome.
now is give back and help someone else's dreams come true.
Oh, that's fabulous. Devontae, you told us about the bike, but looking forward, what can Santa do for you?
Bring me a stuffed bell pepper, macaroni, and some cornbread dressing. And I'd rather just get a smile on another kid's face. Me.
Yes.
Oh. Well,
Yeah,
that's
I just need something to eat.
well. Again, we can't say enough. I thank all of you for joining us. It's nolatoychest.org. You have up until December 15th to go online, and you can sign up if you do not have access to online opportunities. You can go.
311, or you can go to New Orleans East Regional Library. Tongue twister. New Orleans East Regional Library, and you can get your application.
And follow us on Instagram.
Oh, we will. Lanza Robinson, the executive director of NOLA Toy Chest. Janelle Collins, who is the executive producer. I'll have with us today celebrity DJ Mike Swift.
DJ Mike
Devontae
Swift.
Bryant, who is the celebrity promoter and youth mentor. And our little love over here, Anthony. And he just wants a good life. We've
Say
got
bye.
it. I'm Terry Westerfield. And
Thank you
for
for
United
having
Way, I
us.
want you to all join me now. Live
United.
Way, we love United Way. Thanks.